Hi, I'm Mauricio Morais, and you're watching Lusobeat.com.
Mauricio, thank you for inviting Lusobeat.com to your home, and congratulations on your new album.
The new album is called Vida é uma Canção, and has 10 songs, all written by me except one song, which is a song that I always wanted to record. And I finally got permission to record, which is Yesterday by the Beatles. The album is doing well, very well. I've been in Canada a few times, and I just got an invitation to go to Australia for the first time. I'm very excited about that. Gaita Vitor, that's a very interesting song. See, where I was born in Mairo Chaves, way up in the hills in, in the north of Portugal, they used to call them gaiteiros when they used to come to the feasts. Back then they didn't really invite the bands because they didn't really exist at that time. It was a long time ago, you know, so they call them gaiteiros. So I got the idea to write that song. It just came to my head, called Gaita do Vitor. There used to be a musician called Vitor, and he used to come to our town. He used to play the accordion, and they call him the gaiteiro. So that's how it started, talking a gaita Vitor.
Nice.
I can give you a little example if you want.
Go ahead.
Quando era no passado, o Vitor era o maior. Escondia a gaita por baixo do capote para mostrar a menor. Tinha só um buraquinho, tinha um buraquinho só. E o Vitor pegava nela com jeitinho e tocava tudo em dó. Toca na gaita, Vitor, toca na gaita. Dizia o povo, vai tocar mais uma só. Toca na gaita, Vitor, toca na gaita. Volta de novo e toca na gaita, Vitor.
Hey, thank you.
I was about 6, if I remember correctly, 6, and I saw this old accordion in my grandmother's house, and I don't know, I was very fascinated by it because I have heard, you know, a few of my friends, older friends play it, and also my grandfather used to play it. So one day when my grandmother wasn't looking, I went into that little box there and I took out the accordion. And I started playing a little bit. Well, I didn't know how to play at the time, but I started fooling around with the keys, you know. And I kept doing that every time my grandmother was looking, because supposedly it was one of those things where she didn't want me to mess with it, you know. So, but I started getting a little better at it. So then, you know, a few months down the road, I could play a couple of tunes, you know. And that's how it started. And then later on, when we immigrated to this country in '66, I started getting influenced more by the American music, like the Beatles, Elvis. And so I had to go out and buy a guitar. I bought my first guitar back in '67. And I never forget it because it cost me 15 bucks, you know, it was an acoustic guitar. And like I said, I got fascinated with the Beatles music and Elvis, and I started playing those songs. I learned how to play the guitar, and then I went into my room and I would keep playing those albums. You know, at the time it was those 45s and those vinyl records. You know, and that's how I started. I've been in it for a few years now. It was back in those days when the dinosaurs used to rule this earth, you know. And then man came along, and then I came along, you know. So it's been a few years.
Mauricio, let's take it back to 1984, to Lisbon, Portugal. You had the privilege of working with one of Europe's greatest maestros, Jorge Machado. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
That was fantastic. I worked with Jorge Machado. It was just a great experience because he was a genius, in my opinion. What I did is I brought him my songs. They were all originals of mine that I have written. I was very happy because he told me that you know, he really enjoyed my writing. He really liked a lot of the songs that I wrote, and that made me feel very good. Then we started working on my stuff. We did a recording. I never forget the studio name. It was Musicord in Lisbon. The album was all in English. At the time and today, they love English music over there, you know. So the album came out, and it was my first album, and it sold pretty good over there. And it was my first experience in the recording business, you know. So I'm inspired in many different ways. I'm inspired by my family. I'm inspired by my friends. Yes, relationships. Here we go, Yesterday, one of my favorite songs. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. I believe in yesterday.
Mauricio, thank you very much for inviting us into your home. The Lusobeat audience is definitely appreciative of your time, and we hope to see you on your next show.
Thank you, it was a pleasure.
Take care.
Till next time.